Hi, my name's Savannah and this is my 5-year video. In 5 years, I'd like to become a family nurse practitioner or at least working towards that goal while continuing to work as an RN. In order to become a registered nurse practitioner, you first need to have an active RN license as well as a bachelor's degree in nursing. Then, depending on the school, you would have to complete the required prerequisites, and some schools also require up to 2 years of floor experience. After you complete those, you can then apply for the Family Nurse Practitioner program or whatever nurse practitioner program you choose. Then some schools offer a master's degree, a doctoral degree, full-time, part-time, or online options. Many programs are about 75 credit hours as well as a clinical component. And then after graduation, you can then apply to take your boards as well as getting nationally certified and taking exams for specialty certifications. After passing, you can then apply for licensure and pass your background check. The largest barrier for me is the financial aspect. I already used most of my financial aid getting my bachelor's degree, and by doing that, I had to take out about $50,000 in loans. So adding another loan to do this program would be a lot of payments. I would also have to get a loan deferment or in-school deferment while I was in school, so I would acquire a lot of interest from that. I'm also getting a house and getting married, so that also is another financial aspect I have to add in. Another barrier would be me and my fiance would like to have kids in the near future after we get married, and that in itself would be a lot of time and money that I would have to give up to get a nurse practitioner degree. The third barrier is I do much better in a classroom setting rather than an online setting. So if I couldn't get into a program here in Tallahassee and had to travel or had to move, that's not really an option for me. So I would have to look into the online classes, but I just don't learn as well doing online classes. Overcoming the financial barrier would be extremely tough for me, which is why in the beginning I said I could also be working towards this degree. I would probably have to take longer than 5 years to get the degree just because of the financial aspect. I would have to save a lot of money and pay off a lot of my loans in my house and other payments that I would have to make during that time. So it would probably be better for me just to wait a little bit longer and also work at a facility that might help me financially pay for furthering my education before I tried to pursue that. With children, I would either have to wait longer to have kids or have children and wait until they were a little older or maybe school age so then I could take classes online or take classes at a facility while either they were in school or work around their schedules. As for the classroom setting, I would have to try to find a program close to Tallahassee, or I would have to try to commute, or I would just have to figure out if I could handle the online classes and get help if I needed to do so. To get the degree, I would have to give up a lot of family and personal time. My fiance and I travel a lot, especially to visit my family in New York, so I don't get to see them a lot as it is. And like I said previously, me and my fiance really do want kids sooner than later, preferably after we get married. Therefore, at this point in my life, I'm not sure if I'd be willing to give up all of my personal and family time to complete this degree, at least in 5 years. Like I said previously, I would be okay waiting for a little while and getting some more money and establishing my home and my family before I pursue a degree. I also don't know if I'd be willing to give up all my personal time like I did to get my RN degree. I feel like I would just want to raise my family and establish my home before I did so. So that is my 5-year video. Enjoy. Thanks.